candidate for governor Antonio Villaraigosa meets Winnie the Pooh, a 1-year-old Chihuahua, and her owner Jamie Santos while campaigning at San Jose's San Pedro Square Market on Sunday evening. Villaraigosa is hoping to make it into the top 2 positions in Tuesday's primary. Casey Tolan, staff photographer, San Jose. Governor hopeful Antonio Villaraigosa urged Bay Area voters this weekend to help him get past Tuesday's primary in order to guarantee a more competitive general election and a real conversation about the problems facing California. In appearances at San Jose's San Pedro Square Market and at BART stations in San Francisco and the East Bay, Villaraigosa tried to make an impact in a region where he's not as widely known as. Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom, the former San Francisco mayor who has dominated local polls, Villaraigosa, the former mayor of Los Angeles, is fighting to get into one of the top 2 spots in the primary. With San Jose Mayor Sam Licardo at his side Sunday evening, Villaraigosa shook hands at the market and chatted up blue and yellow-clad Warriors fans who'd come out to watch Game 2 of the NBA Finals, the Lakers devotee said. He was rooting for the Warriors, and predicted they'd win their series against the Cleveland Cavaliers in 5 games. Villaraigosa talked up his record of building affordable housing and transit in Los Angeles. When voters asked about Newsom, Villaraigosa noted that the metropolis he ran was 5 times as big as his rival's hometown. He also told them it was important for both former mayors to get into the general election so voters could take a look under the hoods of the candidates and compare them more easily. Recent polls have found Villaraigosa in 3rd place statewide, behind Newsom and Republican businessman John Cox, who's endorsed by President Trump. The top 2 candidates, regardless of their party, will move on to the general election. Newsom would be strongly favored in a November face-off with Cox, while a Newsom-Villaraigosa battle would likely be more competitive. Some attendees Sunday walked up to shake Licardo's hand without realizing who Villaraigosa was at first. But several who talked to him came away impressed. Elise Hevelson, a physician's assistant who is still paying off thousands of dollars of student debt, said she liked Villaraigosa's proposal to give students up to 2 years of free tuition and textbooks if they work up to 2 years in a community service program. He understands that even though California's a rich state, a lot of people are really struggling here, Hevelson said. After Villaraigosa cuddled with Jamie Santos' Chihuahua, Winnie the Pooh, Santos said he liked how down-to-earth the candidate seemed. "It's nice to see these guys come down to the human level," said Santos, a San Jose building contractor. Villaraigosa repeatedly coached voters on how to spell his name, Villaraigosa. That's especially important because the 27-person ballot doesn't identify him as the former LA mayor, instead describing him as a public policy advisor, due to obscure election rules. The lion's share of the campaigning over the race's final week has been focused outside of the Bay Area. Newsom's statewide bus tour, for example, drove through San Jose, the 3rd largest city in the state by population, without holding an event here last week. The other top candidates also have spent more time in Southern California and the Central Valley. Part of that is because the Bay Area tends to have higher voter turnout than other parts of the state, and the candidates want to press the flesh in areas where voters need more prodding to get to the polls. Besides, Newsom already has his home base locked up, suggested Assemblyman Rob Bonta, D. Oakland, who supports the former San Francisco mayor and hosted him at a Union Block party in Oakland on Saturday. The key to his victory will be that he's the only Bay Area candidate, Bonta said. The Bay Area outperforms itself every year. But Villaraigosa argued that a strong turnout by Democrats, and especially Latino voters, would carry him into the general election. If people come out and vote and we have a high turnout, I'm going to get into the runoff, he predicted in an interview. If they don't, it's going to be a long night. You might also like Mahathir to pop president, go teach at some kampung. The new paper Malaysia to drop high-speed rail link to Singapore. Nikkei Asian review ESM go to MPs, clear PM Lee of allegations or censure. Business Times all she wanted was a new Samsung Galaxy S9. What's she? StarHub latest, cheesy turkey bacon and barbecue nachos pocket, KFC Sydney's sumptuous sustainable cuisine intercontinental hotels.